How's it going, guys? Alex here. Welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video, and today I'm going to be showcasing the TEQ Tapion, which a lot of people seem to have forgotten about, but he's actually a pretty damn good unit. Obviously, I mean, it's kind of hard to compare to the agility one, it's kind of hard to compare to the agility one, but even so, the TEQ one is a pretty damn good unit. And to quickly go over what he does, and I read all of your comments on the actual Giant Team showcase, and yeah, I mean, in my defense, the wording for the leader skill on the Dokkan Wiki is interesting. Okay, it's debatable. So to go over what he does, it's actually a very interesting leader skill, pardon me. I don't know if this is a mistake, again, because Dokkan Wiki does tend to make a few mistakes here and there, but according to this, he gives free key to all tech types, and then he gives a 70% stat boost to super tech types, which is a very interesting leader skill. Essentially useless unless you run heroes, but it's still good nonetheless. I thought, oh wait, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks leader skill? No, it's not. But the rest of the card causes supreme damage and lowers attack, so that is somewhat similar to the agility one. Only difference is that he doesn't have immense, and then he gets an 80% attack and defensive boost. No, he doesn't have a below restriction passive. Medium chance for an attack to become a critical hit, which is around 25%, maybe 30. I think it's 30, to be a bit fairer. And then changes STR key to Rainbow Key. So on this particular team, which of course is the Revive Warrior team, we should not have any issues when it comes to super attacking and such. He has a 12 key multiplier of 145%, farmable super attack, but I am lazy, so I used Kai's on him. But let's go ahead and jump straight into the showcase. I'm actually kind of glad that Pycon is part of the Revive Warrior category, and obviously Super Saiyan 3 Bardock as well. Take out that final stage, which I'm struggling to take out, and it's just, I can finally do it, okay? So, the funny, it's not exactly fun, it's more annoying, but when the event left, I managed to pull a Golden Frieza dupe, which is going to help out massively. Pull Bardock, I pulled TEQ Tapion, and I pulled the Agility Tapion as well. I was like, why did I not have such luck before this? To be fair, Bardock was just an unfortunate case of bad luck up until I actually pulled him. And then Tapion, or both Tapions in this particular situation, they just weren't out. So it makes sense, but still no sign of Broly apparently towards the end of December, so 6 days or so, maybe the same time as Ultimate Gohan is supposedly dropping on Global, which is the 28th, if I'm not mistaken, 29th, depending on the time zones. I don't know if they are basing that off GMT, but around that period of time, I think that's when we are going to see it, and both of these, yeah, both of their passes are active, so I want to see how well they actually work together. I mean, obviously, the agility, or TEQ Tapion, pardon me, doesn't have a below percentage restriction, whereas the agility one does, but they should work pretty well together. They both tank relatively well, so one thing I actually noticed straight away, oh god, yeah, I actually did my hair today, so like, oh, okay, oh, it's surprising because I did it for once, and okay, didn't actually take him out there. But one thing I've noticed is that TEQ one actually hits harder than the agility one when it's not active. Like, when the passive isn't active, the TEQ one hits harder than the agility one, despite being 100%, which is like, okay, that's a bit concerning. But obviously, once his passive goes off, yeah, massive difference. It's like a million added to his overall attack, which is crazy. But that one, like, he gets a 150% attack boost, which is crazy high. But like, that actually, why does he not hit in like the 2 millions? I did try it here though. You know what, I'm trying to get, I'll try to activate his passive, just for the sake of science. I'll try to activate his passive and just see how high his attack stat can get, because I'm honestly expecting like 2 million, but actually another issue is, he does have Fierce Battle, but he doesn't have, I mean, Super Saiyan, obviously he's not Saiyan, and he's not Super, but then he does have other links that he should be sharing with the TEQ Tapion, so let's see if we can get that to activate. But then, here's another issue. Every single unit here is capable of tanking the hit, so let's get super attacks. So let's just get super attack, hopefully, and wow, this team can legit go all the way without dying. So far, TEQ Tapion, even though I've only used super attack like once, that's actually, oh, well, there's that built-in crit. Well, it could be, it's either the built-in crit, or it's the level 5 crit from his potential system, of course. Level 5, which is the standard for TEQ type units. I mean, I don't necessarily need to super attack here with, like, every single unit here can tank. This team is so tanky. I reckon it could go all the way, 100%. Like, now, this team could go all the way against the Extreme Z Awakened Goku event, even Boss Rush. They're just so much defense. It legit gets a 170% attack and defensive boost. And when you take into account that you have so many defensive units on the team, on top of the fact that you also have units that can hit hard, it's just an extremely overpowered team. I mean, I suppose you could say the same for most categories, but this one in particular is honestly becoming one of my favorites. to be honest, any team that I don't frequently use is a favourite. And we also get a ton of health back by picking up these TEQ orbs. We are legit almost back at max health just by picking up the orbs of the exact same colour. But let's see if we can get an attack to hit here. I don't think it's going to take him out, but his attack stat is getting reasonably high, and of course it didn't take him out. Didn't even hit to begin with. So it tends to be around the same amount. But, again, I want to... Yeah. Maybe Goku will take a bit of damage here. Super attack. 11k. I mean, that's nothing too high. And now we have Dumb Golden Frieza. We have the agility one that can tank as well. It's a shame that I don't have a tech one, because, again, he would be pretty useful against Super Battle Road. But just, this team actually works so well. Just crazy. By far one of the most underrated abilities of the potential system. The ability to just get health back from grabbing this, particular type of orb is absolutely insane. Like you're seeing here, I'm getting back to full health just by grabbing those particular type of orbs, and we get a crit. And I dodge as well, so clearly this Frieza's pretty buffed up. And his agility one isn't going to take anything. Like, the only real downside about the agility type Golden Frieza that is that he doesn't have shocking speed, but even then it's like, it doesn't even matter that much. And there he goes. Okay, that hit as well. Surprisingly getting a lot more attacks to hit here. And of course, once we get a Dokkan mode, it's essentially over. And wow. Well, okay, let's mix things up a little and put the agility one in the first slot. Gonna grab these. And how much health? We are legit getting like around 10k health from that. And we are back at 27,000. The tank that hits perfectly fine. Okay. The healing ability is extremely underrated. And this hit as well. Wow. But honestly, overall, both Tapions, phenomenal units. Some people were arguing how the Tech one is a bit better just because he gets that boost every single time that he's on the field. But, I mean, I can see where they're coming from, but you have to take into account as well. Wow, okay, so the increase that they get from each other is actually insane. Because if you remember, like, if I remember correctly, their attack stats were hovering over, like, 700k, like, with just the links active. So I would imagine the Tech one's going to be around 700k as well, but then again, the certain links are on active, so it's probably going to be a bit lower than that. And again, he only has the 3 potential system buffs, and I made sure to do that prior to this video, because the 3 potential system buffs make a massive difference. 2,000 to your health, attack, and defense. Obviously, attacks does stand out a bit more. And 567k. Okay, that's a bit of a yikes, considering that the other one's 100%, but even so. I mean, passive active versus not passive active, and of course, once you have the two together, it's kind of on equal grounds for the most part. And just roll with this. I'm actually curious to see how much Golden Frieza will get super attack for, because you saw in the previous stage, the Tapion got super attacked for like double-digit damage. But I would imagine that it would be a completely different case with a Frieza. Actually, even then, I don't know, just because of how high his defensive stat can get, and obviously the boost that it gets from the leader skill as well, it would be a very interesting one. And I still need to feed a dupe into my own, own Golden Frieza, which I haven't particularly bothered with, even though I think I have gems left over. Why have I not done that? I need to go ahead and unawaken my Frieza, feed him that dupe, and just go from there. And okay, no crit here. Super attack, how much? Double-digit damage yet again. What about the Tech one? That is what I want to see a bit more of. Okay. Apparently, yeah. Apparently the Tapion likes the Bardock a bit more, so I'm gonna be sticking with the Bardock. I wonder what link he activated there. Probably, well, they both have Fierce Battle. Probably a really obvious one I'm missing out on, of course. I put the Agility Pycon or Tapion. I keep getting the two confused. Tapion in the last slot, so it comes back around with the Tech one. And can we just get a passive to activate, please? But Gohan hits damn hard. He hits pretty damn hard against some of these guys, so I'm hoping that I can take a bit of damage here at the very least. Obviously, you know, let's put the Goku here. I think my biggest problem before was that I was just using rotations. That's like, oh, okay, so obviously if I have the Agility Golden Frieza around and such, I'm going to be able to tank the majority of the hits. But here I will take a bit more damage. And of course, if you haven't seen my Agility Tapion, I almost said Pycon again. If you haven't seen my Agility Tapion showcase yet, go ahead and check it out. Of course, I showcased him on a Revive Warrior team, I suppose. You're seeing it right now, but I focus more on him, and I actually activate his passive. So I'll try to leave that linked at the end, even though I literally forget like 89% of the time. That's that 11% where I'm like, okay, I actually feel like putting it in the description today, but I'm sorry, I apologise. Right, let's go with this then. Maybe today will be the day where I will start linking everything. Alright, so you can see how significant of an increase it is. when the two are linked up. And I'm getting additional super attack. This is... I mean, it's not a bad rotation to go with. But then, it's just better to go with a double golden freezer because he just hits harder. I wonder what rotations would work for this team. My Bardock's at super attack 1 as well, so it's not like that detrimental to like miss out on the Bardock. I suppose I just have to play around with it and see what I prefer. And yep, not gonna mess around with that, so we're gonna end up using a healing item here. Actually, now I remember, the Gohan did super attack my agility Tapion, and I think he took like 2,000 damage from a super attack, but that's kind of expected when you have a unit with 50% reduction, getting a massive defensive increase from the leader skill, getting a defensive increase with his passive active. It's just like, yeah, you can't go wrong with agility Tapion when it comes to tanking. Even with a time disadvantage for the most part, he tanks relatively well. Even Frieza, despite not being like that much of a damage reduction unit. Obviously he can tank hits, but he doesn't have a damage reduction. He just has a high defensive stat. But let's see how this plays out. Can I avoid a super attack with Frieza? Of course I can't, so I'm gonna have to end up super attacking with him. But to be fair, we could end up taking a stage out here. Did someone stun? Did someone end up stunning here? I'm so confused right now. So, to be fair, did someone stun? Can someone on my... oh, wait, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Never mind. I was like, wait, I stunned, but who stunned? The Goku. Completely forgot. It's just such a forgettable mechanic. It's like, oh, wait, that's actually a thing. And we are going to take him out here, but I think I've pretty much covered everything. Both are great. We did see the built-in crit go off a few times. It's actually kind of hard to tell. Is it the potential system crit, or is it the built-in crit? Probably built-in, because it's a much higher chance. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video as always, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Wow, are you kidding me right now?